Well, hello everybody. Welcome to the Writers Rising Project. I'm Eddie Benningfield, the executive director, joined with Farah and Joe Rodriguez, and we are here with one of our official athletes, Mia Krusinski. Mia is one of the keepers for UTSA's women's soccer team. Kind of gonna love on here for a minute. So some highlights from this last season. She was a part of the Conference USA all tournaments team. And then last year, here's some rankings for you. So she was first in combined shutouts with 4, a third best per save percentage at 0.771, and a third best goals against average at 0.92. So definitely a performer coming up as a redshirt sophomore. And Mia, welcome. How's it going?
Oh, it's so good. I'm so excited to be here, and thank you guys for having me.
Yeah, absolutely. And I know right before we started this, we were talking about dogs. And I just had used to get a little French bulldog, and we have a Shih Tzu who is behind me, staring at me, looking for some sort of attention. She ain't gonna get it, so we'll see how long this stare down lasts. But yeah. So, all right. I think we were talking. You're from Dallas originally, correct?
Correct, yes.
So, how do you like San Antonio compared to Dallas?
It's definitely different, but I feel like being in Texas in general just suits me so much better. I love the city here. I think it's just awesome. I love it here.
Yeah, you just went overseas for a little bit, right?
Yeah, I actually over break I went with Lucas Dean, the punter, to Australia for winter break. So I spent Christmas and New Year's there, which was
Full
insane.
stop. All right. How was Australia? That's nuts.
Oh, it was so I can't even put it into words. It's so beautiful there, and it's summer there, so they're on
Yeah.
the other side of the equator, so it's summer.
Where's
So
he? Where'd you guys go? Like, where's he from?
he's from so there's a little town south of Perth called
Okay.
Dunsborough,
Okay.
and he's like it's more of like this vacation like resort kind of spot. So it's more of like a tourist kind of place, but his family's from there. And so we went to Perth, we saw the city, which amazing city. I loved it. And then we hung around like his stomping grounds in his hometown. So
That's
got to see it
awesome.
all.
All right. I'm trying to pull up Perth right now, Western Australia. Oh shoot. Okay. That is on the complete opposite end of the continent that I thought it was going to be.
Yeah.
All
Yeah.
right. Did you see any wildlife?
Oh, ton of wildlife.
Okay.
Yes.
Huntsman spiders.
No spiders, luckily. I'm not good
Wow.
with spiders, so
Yeah.
I'm
Same
kind of
here.
glad I didn't see any creepy crawly spiders, but we did see kangaroos. There's a bunch like kind of near his house, and I got to see them like hop, and I saw one like a little mom with the joey, and oh, it was awesome. And then we saw so there's a little island off of Perth. It's called
Yeah.
Rottnest Island, and they have these little like I don't know how to describe them, but there's these cute little they're technically rodents, but they like smile really cute. They're called quokkas. They're adorable, and we
All
went there
right.
for a day. You got to pull up a picture of a quokka because
What? All
they're
right.
like
How do
the
you how do you
happiest looking
spell
thing.
this? We're gonna look this up right now. I'm gonna try to show it on the screen.
Quokka, I think. Yeah,
Oh my god, that's adorable. That
yeah.
is like it's not gonna. I try to.
You see
There we
it
go. If we can see
smiling.
that. Yeah,
That's so cute.
Yeah,
that's adorable.
adorable. Yeah. So there's like an island full of them, and like you bike around the island and do all that. So we went for a day, which is really cool.
That's awesome. How was the flight over there? So I take it probably Los Angeles, getting on Qantas and then flying down that way.
We actually flew straight from Dallas.
Get out of
So
here.
yeah, it was 17 hours there, almost 18. It was
Jeez.
definitely a haul, but definitely worth it. Luckily
Man,
got
how
a little bit of
all right,
sleep.
so what since you're the world traveler among us right now, like what are the pointer tips for the 18-hour flight?
Definitely a neck pillow, bring comfy socks and wear comfy clothes. Like you don't have to look cute on international flights, just everything you would need. And then maybe like face wash and like a toothbrush. That really helped me.
That's fair. That's
Yeah.
fair. A380 on the way down, so the double decker.
Not the double decker. I forget which one it was, but I think it was one of the Dreamliners, I think they call it.
Oh, okay, 787. That's
I
fancy.
think, yeah.
Yeah, because it
The
had like the
windows,
uplighting
like,
and the uplighting and stuff.
yeah, like they made
Yep.
the sunrise when it was supposed to be breakfast and then turned all the lights down when you're supposed to sleep. So,
Okay.
yeah.
Nice,
It was,
nice. All right. Well, think of us if you never need to donate travel points. We'd appreciate it if we want to, And when we all go down to Australia, we'll be picking your brain for travel pointers.
oh, yeah. I definitely have a lot of points now. Maybe I can spare a few.
Nice, nice. All right. So I guess coming back and I guess switching to the weather. So you said it was summertime down there. So God, that must have been great getting off the plane and then getting back to like the 40, 50-degree weather in South Texas.
Yeah, I'm definitely a warm weathered person for sure, but I'm glad to be back here. I'm excited to start the semester and get into spring and eventually next season in fall. So it's bittersweet, but I'm glad to be back. So
Definitely, definitely. All right. So on that, so as we're going to transition talking about next season, we're going to start with talking about last season. So what were your thoughts on how everything went for y'all's campaign last year?
last year, well,
Well, yeah,
starting
technically
off,
last year, yeah.
yeah, technically last year, I mean, we won the championship. I'm just so proud and happy that we did that. We're done.
Yeah.
We're done. And I think, coming in, this was my first year playing here. And, the last year that they had, I guess, was the 2021 season. Like, they had such a good year. And I think everybody just wanted to prove that it wasn't a fluke. And we wanted to go out of Conference USA, like, and make a statement like, hey, like, we belong here and we belong even in better conferences and to play big competition. I think we did that, and I think we finished our season really strong. So I'm proud
Absolutely.
of us.
Yeah. So I mean that's kind of if we're talking about that, like gosh, FAU is a conference mate going in the AAC. You guys definitely dominated that match until it kind of got close at the back end there. But man, how it ended, like how awesome was that? That run to the to basically get the trophy in hand.
Like we weren't favored to win, so it was almost like we had nothing to lose, I guess. And I feel like every day we were like, okay, this game we did it, now on to the next one, on to the next one. And then it didn't fully hit me until the clock hit zero that we were in it to win. I guess I was just trying to play as many games as possible and get as much time with this team as possible. And it just to end in that way in overtime and such an emotional roller coaster of a final game, like
Yeah.
it was awesome. It was one of the most awesome moments of my career,
No,
honestly.
definitely.
Yeah.
And then obviously, I mean, you all played TCU in that first round, and obviously we know how it ended. But like, how was that? Just
Yeah, that game, I feel like for that game, when we went into it, we knew we had nothing to lose. It was kind of like our conference tournament, but there was absolutely no pressure, and we just wanted to show that we were gonna fight a hard battle, I guess. And it was probably the most fun I've had playing a game almost ever. I think there was like 36 shots on me, which was insane. It was such a cold day and I didn't feel cold at all. Everybody was on the move, everybody was buzzing and working hard, and I had such a blast that game.
good deal, good deal. So I guess can you give us a peek behind, like, what's Coach Pittman's message like going into this next year? Then, like, what do you all want to do in your first season in the American?
Like, obviously, I think we want to be able to compete and show that we belong. Uh, that's kind of his message, is like we're very capable of competing and succeeding. So if we work hard now and take this spring, we can really hit the ground running and use that championship as momentum, really, to kind of push us in. It's definitely not going to be easy. there's not gonna be any games that are gonna be handed to us like this last season. We're gonna have to really work for it, but I think if we embrace it, I
Yeah.
think it could be a really good season.
Well, hey, like if we're looking at kind of, I mean, it's a different little competition more or less now, but like you guys were favored to win in Conference USA, and look what you all like. You guys are hosting the trophy. You guys have that. Hey, maybe we'll get lucky on that on the back end. But all right, so on trophies,
Mhm.
did you go to the championship parade?
Yes, I did. I did go.
How was that?
Oh, it was so cool. Just since it was right before Christmas, they had all the Christmas lights up and they had our like float lit up and stuff too. We brought the music and just going around and like random people waving to us. Like they didn't know, some people didn't know the parade was going on. They were like, "Oh, women's soccer champions, that's so great." And then we turned the corner to where like the amphitheater is,
Yeah.
and you just see the whole band is playing and everybody's just there clapping and the spotlight's in your face. But it was so cool to see everybody come out. Like I've never experienced anything like that, and I feel like it could only happen here in San Antonio. So it was a really cool moment. It was awesome.
100%. That city definitely rallies around you. But I guess for all y'all, like, when was the last time you guys like went? Do you remember like going down the river walk? How often do you guys go down? Because I think the last time I went was Christmas, just for the lights.
Yeah, I went once for dinner, and I don't really get down there as often as I should because we're so busy, but it's awesome even just on a normal night. So
Yeah. See, I'm I like the river. Like it's cool. I think it's a little. I think the stuff around it's overpriced, but like I love St. Mary's, like the Strip up on the north side, and then kind of stuff going in like King William, but like the Pearl. Like that's kind of where my, like, if I'm going back to town and stuff, that's where I'm hanging out.
yeah.
Southtown, yeah. I don't think I've ever spent any time in Southtown. Is that like the Blue Star and all that? Yeah, you lost audio again. Yeah, the AV struggle continues for the Runners Rising project. We'll fix it eventually. All right. So kind of moving on. Have you had a chance to meet any of the new players that are coming on the program?
Yeah, we have three new players, and I've got to practice with all of them and kind of talk with everybody. And I think they're really awesome people, really nice, and they seem like really good players. So I'm excited.
Awesome. Any
Definitely.
memorable first impressions that you can let us know about? Anybody we need to watch out for?
No, they're pretty chill people.
Good deal.
Yeah.
Okay. So let's look at this. So what part of your game do you take the most pride in?
That's a good one. I think something that I've worked on, especially just growing from, I guess, being a freshman and now battling injury and then coming back this season, I think is my confidence and my ability to like manage the game. I think that's probably what I'm most proud of because being a goalie, it's so much, you see the whole field and you direct the people around you. And it's a lot of pressure to be the last defender, but having the confidence to make decisions and help my team to get in the best position is really what I'm proud of and that I've worked on a lot.
So you said injury, like what happened?
Yeah, so before I transferred here, in my last season at GCU, I actually I actually had surgery on my ankle. So that December, so I came last year, January, that December,
Yeah.
I had surgery. I had a lot of stuff going on, but I had an extra tendon in my ankle that they took out.
Interesting.
I know that I should have ended with that. That's like kind of the punchline. But and then I think what they call an osteochondral defect, which basically when I hurt my ankle, I took like a chunk out of my bone. So they filled that with biocartilage stuff, really cool stuff. And
That's awesome.
yeah, so I kind of have like a Franken ankle is what I call it. But and then they like cleared out scar tissue and stuff from when I healed it because I kind of played on it a little bit because I didn't really know. So that I guess I got the surgery in December. I was on a scooter and in a boot for about 6 weeks. And then I didn't play until I think April. So it was like a full 4 months of surgery to back to playing again.
That's nuts.
Yeah.
So what kind of regimen did the staff like do to get you essentially back to playing shape? Like what was the process like with that?
It was a lot of, well, I lost a lot of muscle in my calf and it was my right leg. So just that whole leg was just a little bit weaker. So getting my leg stronger and even just learning how to walk again and run properly is something that I didn't realize was going to take so much effort because I was off it for so long and lost so much muscle. So that was probably the biggest part for me, is just learning how to use my foot and ankle properly again, and just strengthening it. And then, we have Shelby, which is our amazing trainer who helped me through the whole process. And now I don't have any pain or anything. So props to her and our staff and everybody getting me back. So
yeah, definitely.
Yeah.
So talking about that staff, how are you guys excited for the Park West campus to open up, that field house?
So excited. Every day I feel like I've seen something else being added, or like I know they're about to put up bricks and everything. It looks like a real building now, so it's so real, and we're so excited for it.
Have they let you guys like go into it at all? Like what kind of interaction do you guys actually have with like the site, the design, anything going in there that you guys are requesting as a team?
They let us look at the blueprints and stuff. I think the coaches took a tour.
Okay.
But we're kind of not supposed to go in there because it's a construction site. Like if we kick a ball over, we kind of just let it be.
Yeah.
Yeah. But hopefully soon. I think the grand opening is supposed to be in May, so we'll at least see it then. So I'm excited. Yeah.
Farah, did you want to ask something?
She just answered it. I was going to ask when the grand opening is.
I think it's set for, actually don't quote me on this. I think it's May 9th, but it could be anytime around early May, kind of right after finals, I think is what they're planning. So super exciting.
Nice. What I'm hearing is party at Park West in May. Buy your plane tickets now.
Yeah.
Good deal. Good deal. Okay. So going on. Let me see. I lost where I was real quick. Okay, so what's been your favorite moment at UTSA so far? So obviously you have a bit of a different perspective, obviously transferring in from TCU, coming to UTSA. Why did you end up choosing UTSA?
So it was actually FGCU.
GCU, excuse me. Gosh, oh my God.
I know,
I completely messed that up. Yeah.
I'm so sorry. You're good. It's the 4-letter schools and everything. But I think I chose here because I don't know, I got to see a lot of schools and get a different perspective as a transfer. I feel like coming in as a freshman, you don't really know what to expect and you don't know what questions to ask.
Mm-hmm.
So coming in as a transfer and being in the portal and knowing exactly, I guess, what I'm looking for helped the process a lot. And I think I got to see a team lift and like all the facilities, everything, got the whole tour, but seeing the team culture after and during the lift is what sold me here, is because everybody was so happy to work hard and everybody was smiling afterwards. Everybody wanted to be there and everybody was friends with each other. It wasn't like in separate groups or anything. And I think just that attitude and that energy is what really sold me here, soccer wise. And then just obviously being able to see the city and everything. I love the place too. So I was really sold here.
Definitely. Probably lack of mosquitoes, not sitting in Florida swamps.
Yeah, definitely lack of a lot of rain and mosquitoes and alligators and that kind of stuff. So,
oh my God, you would have been back there this year for the hurricane then.
Yeah, actually the hurricane hit right Fort Myers where FGCU was. So it was a lot of, yeah, it was really sad to see that. And just like, I don't know, that was my home for 2 years. So it really,
Was
really
it?
hurt me a
Yeah.
lot.
I guess everybody that you were close to down there, was everybody okay?
Yeah, everybody was okay. And even like soccer wise too, like my teammates, they were all like the university itself, to my understanding, was actually pretty solid since we were more inland. And yeah, everybody was okay. And actually they ended up winning their conference championship this year too. So it was kind of a good like redeeming moment, like coming
Yeah.
from rebuilding from that and having struggles like with away games and stuff. So I'm really happy for them that they won too.
Yeah, that's awesome.
Yeah.
Awesome to hear. Actually, see you putting some get some hardware after dealing with an act of God.
Yeah.
But all right. So moving on to some more serious questions. What would you say is your best trait, like as a leader and as a follower?
As a leader, I guess, like soccer wise or just in general.
Both in general.
Okay. I guess the way I see myself as a leader or like my best trait is being able, I guess, to lift others up. Because I guess my job, like in soccer and as a goalie and just in life in general, like my job isn't really to wear the captain's armband or like be like that poster child necessarily at all times. But my job, I feel like, is to push the people around me to be better and lift them up. So I think that's how I lead, and just by example, I guess, and working hard and being with them, I think is my best way that I lead, and I guess my best trait just in general.
Oh, respect that. I respect it a lot.
Yeah.
What would you say is the greatest lesson you've learned so far in your life?
The greatest lesson I've learned so far in my life, my 21 years of living.
Yes, all
Um,
all those
all
wise
21.
those years. Nice
Every,
21.
I guess I guess the greatest lesson I've learned is that hard work pays off, even if it's not directly after you do it.
Yeah.
Like if you work hard at something, you never know what door it's going to open up, and you never know how it's going to pay off, but it will, and it's worth it to put in the effort and be present every day and whatever I'm doing, whether it's school, whether it's soccer, whether it's being there for my friends and family. Like that's what matters, is working hard no matter what.
Oh yeah. Respect
Yeah.
that. Who did you learn that from anybody? Like who instilled that in you, just out of curiosity?
I think my parents are very hardworking people, and I guess my sister too.
Okay.
Just seeing them and the way they conduct themselves, it's just easily rubbed off on me, I guess, if that makes any sense.
No, for sure.
Yeah.
Definitely. Um, where do you see yourself in 5 years?
5 years, hopefully, my goal is to be a physical therapist, so hopefully working in that field.
Mhm.
Um, but anywhere, I don't know what's gonna happen anywhere that the wind takes me. Uh,
Back to Perth.
yeah, anywhere, I'd be happy. So I'm just
Yeah.
kind of open to everything. So I'm excited for that.
Nice. All right. What about 10 years?
10 years? I don't know, maybe with a family
Nice.
somewhere.
Yeah. Feel you there.
Yeah.
Okay, so it's on system NIL questions. So obviously this is an NIL deal that we're doing with you. So again, thank you very much for taking the time out of your very busy schedule to sit and talk with us. But what are your thoughts on NIL?
Um, my thoughts, I don't know. I think it's such a great opportunity. Even my freshman year, like I wouldn't be able to have this conversation with you and have even more opportunities coming up. And I think it gives more sports, and especially like women in sports,
Mm-hmm.
more of more publicity and more recognition for like all the hard work we do, because there's so many amazing athletes that don't get televised or don't get recognized as much for their efforts. And I feel like NIL is gonna open that up, and hopefully in the future it just grows for every college athlete. That's my hope.
Yeah, definitely. And I think
Mhm.
too, like we've had conversations a lot kind of on the back end as we've done this for like the last year. It's like like NIL is definitely the equalizer when it comes to a lot of things. Like small universities can definitely bring that leg up. And it's also like, hey, like from a women's sports to a men's sports, like it provides like a lot of opportunities. So we're awesome that we're able to support athletes. We're super excited and happy that we're able to support athletes like you and get you guys the well deserved limelight and attention that you guys are worthy of having. So
Yeah.
definitely awesome there. So outside of this, do you have any other NIL deals that you've been able to get into, or has NIL impacted you in any way?
Not really. So this is like kind of my first thing that I'm doing.
Awesome.
So I'm excited.
And then what about like to your team? Like how much does it how much do these deals like matter to your team and stuff?
I know a lot of people are more involved with, I know Marley Frey on our team, she has a deal with Dexcom, which is for diabetes, which is really cool. She's like on like I think the
Yeah,
national
I think we saw
level.
her when they posted her stuff. Like that's pretty awesome that she got some recognition with that. That's another thing too that people don't like. It's linking to causes, right? And like being able to like lend your name out there to get stuff like that, the recognition it deserves.
Yeah. I never like in my time at FGCU, like I'd never played with uh anybody who's had diabetes, and just seeing her, and then also Issa Hernandez, like seeing them and the extra that they do and how great of athletes they are, and having all that on top is awesome. I'm glad that she gets to bring publicity to that and show people like, hey, like you can play if you put your mind to it. So I think for many reasons, not just that, NIL kind of opens up and sheds light on that.
Definitely.
Yeah.
All right. So probably in the last 5 minutes here, a couple quick like just some silly questions to ask you.
Okay.
All right. The one thing we ask everybody on here is, where is your taco spot in San Antonio?
Definitely Fuego.
Fuego Taco. Okay.
Fuego Tacos. It's right down the road from me. I go there way too often and I spend way too much money there.
I've never been. All right, Farah, what's your thoughts?
You never been to Fuego?
Fuego's well, also you have to remember Fuego's a Texas college town thing. That's why.
Right. Yeah.
He's not we just got one, what, this year, I think? I think it just opened in like September.
Where's Fuego from?
Fuego started in, sadly, College Station.
Okay, I'm okay with that because that's like
It's
God, what
better
is it?
than
Freebirds.
UT. It's better than UT, you know?
Yeah. No, but Freebird started in College Station too.
I don't know what it is about College Station, but they got some good food. And Fuego's, and the tacos are huge too. Like they're not small. Like there's some big tacos.
Yeah, one is enough for me usually. And like
I can't even finish one.
yeah. Some
Yeah.
are huge.
See, my taco go-to is Las Palapas. Like between like Las Palapas, Taco Palenque. Although I finally had Taco Palenque back in September.
Mm-hmm.
It was good. And then TC's just kind of, I don't know what happened. I just don't really hear about TC's anymore.
Yeah.
I have a question for you.
Yes.
Spotify or Apple Music?
Spotify all the way. Really? You're in Apple Music?
Farah, are you really?
Yeah, the aesthetic on my phone, it just,
Okay, yes.
I don't know.
I guess I'm biased because I used it before Apple Music even came out. Like Spotify was my first, like I made my first playlist on Spotify. So I'm used to it. It's tried and true. So I just love it.
All right.
I think it's for me, it's just Apple Music's always been there. I don't know.
Fair enough. I respect it.
I started with Apple Music, and then I think 2018, 2019 is when I finally started like shifting to Spotify. I was dating somebody and she was like, we started sending playlists back and forth, and then like 2020. So I listened to a lot of trance and house music. And one of the big groups I listened to, like, essentially shifted Above and Beyond, shifted their entire catalog to Spotify. And it was like, it went from like getting like your 10, like a 2-hour show on Apple Music to, or Apple Podcasts, to basically like a 10-minute clip. And I was just like, this is stupid. So I jumped ship, and Spotify has all my, basically my data and profiles there. You know, I'm sure there's some sort of machine or computer that has all that. So, but I mean, you get does Apple do the wrap up like Spotify for y'all?
Technically, yes. It honestly, it sucks. Like, I'm not gonna lie to you. And you can like check it because it refreshes every Sunday. It's like called Apple Replay. So yeah, if you like look up Apple Replay, like every Sunday you can see like what your most played music is and stuff like that. But like I said, it's not very aesthetically pleasing like the Spotify one is. Definitely prefer the Spotify one. Only reason why I still use Spotify for like certain things, because I also have like a Google Home, and Google Home doesn't connect to my Apple Music. So I use Spotify for that, and it's nice. It's my one song that I play every day on Google Home, but you know, it works out.
All right, what song is that?
Yeah.
Right Where You Left Me, Taylor Swift.
I think it's appropriate. I think that's very appropriate. Okay, are you a T Swift fan?
A little bit. I'm not like a super fan, but
all right.
Farah's
got tickets. She's going to the concert. I don't know when, but like she was able to beat the spots.
I have tickets to 2 concerts.
Wow. Okay.
That's how did you get them? Because I've been told that people can't get them.
So SeatGeek wasn't broken that day. SeatGeek was working just fine. So I got tickets to the Arlington show, and my friend, she hopped in line for like the Houston show, because we were like, just in case we don't get tickets to the SeatGeek one, we'll just get tickets for the Houston one. And so we got in line, and we got lucky that we just got like pushed to the front for both of them. And so we got like nosebleed seats for like, I think it was like $60 for the Houston show, because we knew it was going to be a good show. So we were like, we'll just go again for the Houston show. And then we got like good, like kind of close to the front lower bowl in Arlington. So
wow,
worked out.
Amazing. That's crazy.
Yeah.
That's crazy.
Like I said, I sold my soul that day.
Yeah, I bet.
T Swift's gonna call it. I mean, I don't know if you're gonna sell your soul to T Swift. I mean, I guess there's worse people or things to sell your soul to in the grand scheme of things. I don't know. I think like there's like one T Swift song, and it's just because it takes me back to like a period in my life. Just 2015 was a really good year for me for whatever reason. Blank Space, because one of my friends who I was in high school with never knew her. And then like we ran into each other at a conference, and we're like in the same career field and stuff. And it was just like I hung out with her wife, and her sister, and then one of my friends, and we ended up getting like into some crazy shenanigans in New Orleans that year for Halloween. And for whatever reason, just that song just brings me right back to that. Yeah, it's fantastic. It's not forever. It went down in flames. But all right. Really bad jokes aside, Mia, where can we find you on social media?
I have Instagram. I'm new to Twitter. I think that's basically it. I think my Instagram is just my name, Mia Krusinski, and then my Twitter, I don't know what my Twitter is, but I can definitly send that to you guys so you can post it out.
Post it, and then you can find all of us. We're at Runners _rising at Instagram, Twitter, and TikTok, and I think Facebook is the same as well. And then our website is runnersrisingproject.org or runnersrising.org, depending on how many letters you want to type. But again, y'all, this deal with Mia is 100% funded by the donations of our contributors. And by the way, as a 501c3 organization, because it is tax season, remember, file your taxes. Tax season did start yesterday. Make sure that you guys do take care of that stuff. And remember, it is tax deductible at the end of the year. So what you put into us now will get you for the 2023 tax season. But Mia, again, thank you so much for taking the time to sit and talk with us. And we really appreciate what you do. We can't wait to see what you guys do in the American Athletic Conference coming into the 2023 season and that field house in May. But again, thanks again. Birds up, and have a good rest of your week.
Birds up. Thank you guys so much for this opportunity and you guys taking your time too. It is really awesome. And I'm glad I got to talk to you guys.
Awesome. Thanks, Mia.
See ya.